Where do you want to live when you retire? I mean, what kind of accommodation, not just the location. Did you know that there's 8 different types available to you in Australia? Have you ever heard of land lease communities or co-located villages? No? Well, in this video, I'll give you a short but complete overview of the different types available to you. Welcome, I'm Sabrina from retireon.com.au. Deciding where to live in retirement is very exciting, and it's one of the key decisions in retirement planning. Most Australians actually stay in their home once they retire, and they only move out if they cannot live independently anymore. But staying at home is only one option available. There's others that you need to know of so that you can make an informed decision. The 8 types of retirement living are staying at home, moving in with family or into a granny flat, retirement villages, land lease communities, also known as manufactured home estates or resort communities, serviced apartments, also called independent living, home care retirement villages, also known as assisted living, co-located villages, and rental villages. Now let's look at them in detail. We'll start with staying at home and moving in with family and look at their benefits and drawbacks. Staying in your home. Well, as I said before, this is the most common retirement living type in Australia. A lot of people actually decide to sell their big family house for a smaller house or a unit that requires less maintenance. Living in your home gives you all the independence, choice and control you want, and it also allows you to stay in familiar surroundings and keep your lifelong habits and routines. And in case you need a little bit more support, it's easy to buy home care services. On the other hand, some seniors may become isolated living by themselves if mobility and activity is getting limited. Also, it may become more challenging to maintain your home when you get older, and the costs may become an issue. Moving in with family. Some people decide to move in with family when they get older and need some assistance with their daily tasks. And it may also ease financial worries if you don't have to pay the expenses for a home by yourself anymore. Maybe your relatives have a studio or a granny flat you can move into. Living with family can both be wonderful and stressful. In my opinion, it's a very good idea to test it out for a few months and see if the arrangement really works for all parties involved. Now, let's look at the other living types specially designed for seniors. First, I'll explain how they differ from each other, and then we look at their benefits and drawbacks. Retirement villages. They are a very popular living type in Australia as they form communities for seniors where they share the lifestyle, facilities and services the village offers. Those villages are designed for aging. For example, they don't have steps in the homes, corridors or outside. And they have spacious corridors and doorways and spacious bathrooms to accommodate mobility devices. In a retirement village, you don't own your home, but you buy the right to live there and you buy the right to benefit from the lifestyle the village offers. Land lease communities. These communities have a unique home ownership model. You own your physical home, but not the land it sits on. You are renting the land. As a consequence, the costs of owning your home reduce and you may be eligible for Centrelink support to pay the rent on the land. In most states, your home has to be manufactured off-site and brought to its final location. Land lease communities offer the same social interactions as retirement villages. Serviced apartments. These apartments are actually usually located within a retirement village and you're renting your space. Usually it's a 1-bedroom or studio apartment. You get assistance with your daily tasks and you take one major meal in the communal dining room. And if needed, care services can be added. Home care retirement villages. Well, the idea here is that you stay in your home in the retirement village and you receive all the care you need within your home. Depending on the village, this can actually go up to palliative care. Co-located villages. Well, these are retirement villages that have residential aged care right next door. And this is what makes them attractive. In case you or your partner needs care, you will not be separate. Rental villages. In a rental village, you usually rent a one-bedroom or studio apartment, and it comes with a meal service, weekly fresh linen, and a cleaning service. Actually, most regional centers in Australia have rental villages. Before we go on and look at the drawbacks and benefits of those living types, could you please subscribe to my channel? I would really appreciate your support. Benefits and drawbacks. Now let's look at the benefits and drawbacks of those living types specially designed for seniors. They're actually quite the same among those different types. The main benefit is that those communities offer a wide range of social activities specially designed for seniors. Particularly if you move to a new location, you may find that living in such a community helps you to build a new social network. The other benefit is that you have less maintenance to do because the gardens and facilities are maintained by the operator. And in case you need a handyman, there's usually one on site. On the other hand, this can also be a negative point. As you're not doing the maintenance by yourself, you have to pay for it and other things such as insurance, water bills, salaries of the staff on site, and so on. And this can actually become very expensive. And one other big drawback is that once you leave your home, and that includes moving to residential aged care or passing away, you have to pay an exit fee, sometimes called a deferred management fee. Some people also find the fact that you're only living amongst other seniors quite limiting. They miss the cultural diversity that comes from living in a generationally mixed neighborhood. And one more thing, the contracts for those living types can be very complex with a lot of fine print. It really pays out to get financial and legal advice before you sign up. So, what's your opinion? Do you consider moving into a retirement village or a different type of retirement living? Why do you choose this one and not another? I'm really curious. Please let me know in the comments below. Also, like and subscribe so you get notified when I post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one.